Welcome to tonight's meeting of the Armada Village Council. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to take the roll call.
Clark?
Here.
Conan?
Here.
Adair?
Here.
Selkie?
Here.
Sturrett?
Here.
Garza? Here. And Mike Schulze.
We got the approval of the agenda. I understand we have a,
We have a double.
Yeah.
We're going to remove item D because it's also item G.
so we'll be discussing the drinking fountain under G.
Yep.
Okay, are there any other corrections?
I move to approve the agenda as amended.
Support. All in favor of the motion? Aye. Okay. Citizen comments.
But if we're talking about the waste hall, we kind of want to wait.
Yeah, we're talking about, the waste, the CDBG or the single waste hauler. We'll have a public hearing on that. Yes, Andrew?
Back in August, it was discussed that there was going to be a procedure for promotion in the police department, and was supposed to be presented at this meeting, and I don't see it on the agenda, and I'm just wondering why.
It's not completed.
When's it going to be completed?
I,
You said 6 months to complete it.
I thought he said
He
it was.
just
Be the
told
next
us
meeting.
that it would be at the next meeting, that it's ready, but it would be at the next one.
So the next council meeting?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, any other public comments or citizen comments?
I'm here regarding the CDBG grants from Samaritan House.
Okay, if you want to wait until we open that public hearing, then we'll talk to you then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
All right, nope, you're fine.
That cover everybody? Okay, no other citizen comments. We have no presentations. Administrative report. Who would like to go first?
Well, the only one that's turned in is Duffy, or the building, or the code enforcement.
Code enforcement, you got,
But
Are
that's
you
in the
good?
packet. She didn't give me a written one.
Yeah.
No, we don't read those. Yeah,
okay.
didn't think so, but when you,
Yeah,
in the packet,
yeah.
okay, maybe you want it.
no, just Russ.
Do you have anything, Mike, F&B? Okay. Ross?
Just a note to council that Michelle and I have been working on a job description for DPW superintendent. Tonight was a pretty packed meeting. We're still looking over, got a couple people looking over the announcement itself, and we expect to bring that to the next council. The intent is just to get permission to, when we finalize some other aspects of this, to be able to potentially put the announcement out. Been meeting with F&B's regional manager, Catherine. She does come to the meetings here occasionally on modifying the water scope of the water wastewater contract. One of the things I'm doing here, probably should have done it a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, is to put together a contingency water line repair plan for lead galvanized lines. And council's aware that we're in the process of developing a plan to start fixing some of these lines in the village. We've talked about this quite a bit over the past couple of years about the number of lines we have and so on. But and our intention is to replace all the lead lines that we have, approximately 17, or at least identified as lead 17 lines this coming summer, once it's in the budget. But lines occasionally break, and so we've had now 2 lines that have broken, both galvanized lines, but because we've identified those lines and there is a state requirement to repair those lines, we should have a plan to go out and be able to do that at a reasonable cost, not have the homeowner go out and repair them at their cost. So I am going to develop a contingency plan for that, and then last, we submitted our final technical managerial financial grant reimbursement request to the state. Guess we don't have that back yet. It's about $1,530, but I'll take it. So that'll, once we get that back, then we will have received about $62,000 in change from the state for lead service line replacement work. That's all I have.
Okay. Very good. Are there any other, okay, well, one thing I want to notice, that I've noticed here, under code enforcement, you seem like you've been pretty busy on the snow.
Yeah.
So I commend you, looking at this report that, so most of the people, did you put a tag on their door?
Out of the 34, 6 were only 6 didn't comply.
Okay. So, I was gone last week and I told Steve it snows, he had to shovel it.
They got double tagged your house.
Yeah, well, you
I
should
called you in.
give that fine to Steve. Okay, but thank you for your hard work. Okay, moving on. That covers administrative reports. You got the consent agenda. I need a motion.
Motion to approve consent agenda as presented.
Support.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Motion's approved. Okay, no old business. Under new business, first we'll just have the public hearing on the CDBG disbursement of funds. So we need a motion to go into that.
Motion to go into public hearing at 7:07 regarding the CDBG.
Can we say to open the public hearing to approve the 2026 CDBG program distribution
sure
at
can.
7:07 PM?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that second?
Support.
That is the roll.
We got to do a roll on this.
Belkey?
Yeah.
Clark?
Yes.
Barseth? Yes. Stirrat?
Yes.
Conan?
Yes.
Adair? Yes. Well, as everybody knows, this is a yearly thing that we do. Our request this year total of $2,010, and we are allowed to give out $1,750. So you guys can, decide what you want to do. I had handwritten in some amounts. And basically, because there's only 3 requests, I just took the difference and kind of took it off of each request. So everybody got a little something, with a little taken off. Because rather than hitting one with all of it, I, tried to disperse it around the 3. So we have somebody here from Samaritan House if you'd like to speak.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. My name is Martha Phillips, and I'm a board member at Samaritan House. It's been another very busy year at Samaritan House. We were able to fill the gap during the government shutdown when SNAP benefits were suspended, and we continue to meet the needs of those in our community, providing fresh meat, dairy, produce, personal hygiene, and cleaning supplies. Samaritan House is not just a box of food. We meet face-to-face with our clients, assessing their needs. We have vast resources for our clients. Besides clients being able to visit our pantry on a monthly basis, we offer boxes of food filled with items specifically for Easter and Thanksgiving, along with a gift card to purchase the meat of their choice. We provide coats and boots for children K through 5th grade. We also provide backpacks and supplies. For Christmas, we ensure gifts and food gift cards for our families. We deliver groceries monthly to the homebound, and Accounting Aid Society uses our building during tax season to prepare income tax returns. For the village of Armada, we provided food assistance to 3 families, most who visit our pantry on a monthly basis. This equates to 1,830 meals at a cost of $5,488. We provided one family with an Easter food box, 2 families with Thanksgiving food boxes, along with the $25 gift card. Our backpack program supplied a backpack and supplies to 1 child, and 1 child received new boots and coats through our boot and coat program. 2 families received gifts and food gift cards for Christmas through the Sharing Tree. We respectfully request 715 Community Block Grant funds. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your good work.
I don't know if there's any other nonprofits. Go ahead.
I actually brought some handouts and just.
Interfaith?
Yes, interfaith.
Okay.
Yep. Good evening. My name is Stacy Conti. Yes.
I got your pen from last year.
Oh, perfect. Glad to see you can use it. My name is Stacy Conti. I am the community outreach coordinator for Interfaith Volunteer Caregivers. The number of older adults in Macomb County is expected to increase by more than 90% by 2040. This group of seniors needs extra support services due to changes that come from aging, chronic health conditions, or disabilities. At the same time, family structures are changing, often leaving seniors with nobody nearby to help. For over 30 years, our nonprofit organization has been providing free basic assistance to hundreds of frail, older, and physically challenged adults, helping them remain safely in their homes with the help of hundreds of volunteers. This assistance helps with transportation, chores, respite breaks, errands, and reducing loneliness. These opportunities provide fulfilling experiences for those who wish to volunteer, as well as support for those in need. The CDBG Safe at Home program is part of our larger chore and repair program for older and disabled adults. This project was developed to provide additional chore and repair services in communities that allocate funding for this purpose. Safe at Home allows us to assist low to moderate income seniors and physically challenged adults with indoor and outdoor chores, minor home repairs, and routine housekeeping. We identify individuals who cannot do these tasks on their own and have limited resources, and prioritize those with the greatest need. We are requesting the CDBG funds to increase the number of low-income citizens we can reach to grow our program, as well as to coordinate the volunteers who do these services. IVC provides over almost 20,000 hours of help over all of its services to nearly 500 people in need each year. While we have been able to support a few residents of Armada over the past, we would like to expand our support, including the Safe at Home project, farther into the community. We hope for CDBG funding for the 25-26 program year so that we can continue to build momentum and offer this service to more Armada Village residents in need in the future. Thank you for your consideration. Things that we might be able to help with is replacing locks, washing windows, raking leaves, and routine housekeeping like installing smoke alarms. Again, just routine things that help people stay in their own homes. I appreciate, again, any consideration, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Thank you for your good work.
Thank you.
Before the hearing closes, could you tell us the 3 and what you were planning to allocate to each?
Yeah, we only had 3 requests. McCrest requested 900. Samaritan House requested 750, I think, and Interfaith was 270. So that doesn't equal 1750, it equals 2010. So it's up to council to deliberate to do the allocation, so they can allocate how they feel they should.
The what Michelle suggested here, which is pretty much in line with what was requested, was 800 for MCrest, 700 for Samaritan House, and 250 for Interfaith Volunteer Caregivers. So are there any council questions on this block grant? Okay, can we have a motion to close the public hearing?
Unless anybody from the public has
Yeah,
any
I'm
questions.
sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing at 7:14.
Support.
No.
all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye. Motion's approved. Okay, now,
I mean, it's up to you guys how you wanna how you wanna disperse it. You know, we did have two that were here tonight.
So,
Take
do
that
we
into
have
consideration.
a motion by one of the council members?
I'll move to approve the 2026 CDBG programs as follows. For program services, Request Program Service, $800. Samaritan House, $700. Interfaith Volunteer Givers, $250, for a grand total of $1,750.
Support.
We gotta do we'll take a roll call on that.
Clark,
Yes.
Stewart,
Yes.
Garzik,
Yes.
Adair, Belkey,
Yes.
Conan,
Yes.
Shaw's absent.
So,
Motion passes.
motion's approved.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Sorry about the parking situation.
Thank you.
So moving on, I think we have another public hearing that we got a lot of people interested in. So do we have a motion to open up the public hearing on the waste hauler ordinance? Did you want to say a few words
Yeah,
before
just-
this?
Just so everybody, sure, everybody understand. For about the last, I would say, 5 to 6 months, a committee comprised of representatives of the township and the village have been working on a invitation to bid. And this would be for refuse services for both the township and the village. And that process went through the development of the invitation to bid. The objective really from the village's perspective, and I believe from the township, is to obviously provide residents with the greatest level of service at the cheapest cost. And competitive bidding generally is the process that's used to try to achieve that. I'll also add that I think from the village's perspective, you know, refuse trucks are very heavy. They can cause a lot of damage to roads. So to have a single waste hauler for the residential areas in the village was important. As we know, we just fixed a lot of the local streets. So as the committee worked through the invitation to bid, I want to say up front that this does not affect businesses, apartments, multifamily. This is basically single-family residences and duplexes, okay? So it's a little bit limited in scope in terms of who would be serviced by the contractor. So as I said, as the process went along, one of the ways that the prices is effective is economies of scale. When you can group a bunch of consumers together for a vendor to bid on, you're going to naturally get better pricing. Currently in the township and in the village, you can have multiple vendors servicing on multiple days of the week. So the idea was, and this, I think, I'm not sure this is absolutely correct, but the township and the village are probably one of the few municipalities in Macomb County that have not designated a single waste hauler. That generally has been the process used throughout Macomb County. And I can tell you, having been here for quite a number of years, we have tried this probably 3 or 4 times for a myriad of reasons. It just never seemed to work out. Either the pricing wasn't good, there was a strong preference to stay with a couple of local vendors. But that vendor now is gone, and so the committee decided to take a shot at seeing what the market might produce as far as pricing. So the pricing was received and opened. The pricing, I don't mean to speak for the committee, but they felt very strongly that it produced very good pricing. There were 2 large contractors that stepped forward with bids, and for the village, the scope of services that is being recommended by the committee would be weekly curbside collection of mixed waste, monthly curbside collection of bulk items. So that bulk items would be your white goods, you know, your refrigerators, your mattresses, things like that. So that will happen on the first service day of the month. Every month you just have to get it to curbside and they will take it. So the bulk items will be part of your service. You'll have weekly cart service for mixed waste, as I said. There's also weekly collection and disposable of recyclables, something that the village has not had at the curbside level. So you can contract for it, but this would be something that would also be offered. And then also for the village, this is not happening in the township, but for the village, we also got pricing for seasonal yard waste and lawn debris collection. So this would be your paper bags, gathering your cut grass, leaves in the fall, branches. As long as they're appropriately bagged and put at the curb, they would be collected by the contractor. So here's the pricing that was bid for that scope of services in the village. This is quarterly costs. So for the weekly mixed waste and the monthly bulk items, it's $48 a quarter for an annual cost of $192. For the weekly recyclables, it's $12, obviously annual cost $48. And then for the seasonal, April 1 through November 30th, so that's, I believe, 8 months of seasonal yard waste and lawn debris, it was $12 quarterly. Because that's not full year, it only comes out to $32 annually. So for that scope of services, the total cost is $272. So I don't live in the village, but my understanding that's quite a discount from what most residents are currently paying. So I think it's safe to say you're getting a higher level of service at a very favorable price. So as I said, one of the things that comes with this is you have to then designate who is the single waste hauler for the village, and that's done typically through an ordinance. And that's the ordinance that the council is considering tonight. So that's really essentially what the council is going to approve. The ordinance basically spells out the services I just described, designates that there will be a single waste hauler for the village. There are some performance guarantees for missed pickups and things like that. So there are some performance things. Now there's 4 important exceptions to this service that I wanted to just cover real quickly. So if you want to self-collect, self-dispose, and dispose of your own garbage, you're not forced to take this service. Okay, you can go to the township. I believe they're going to have it on the 3rd Saturday, Michelle? Is that correct?
Saturday. Yeah.
So you can do that. You do not have to sign up for the designated waste hauler service. So that is one option you have, but you're doing it on your own. So I just want to be clear, you can't sign up for an alternate service provider. The second exception is where the owner or occupant uses the village service. So what is the village service? Currently, the village is doing chipping with branches, and there's leaf collection in the fall. And that service is going to continue. Now, you have to understand that this is a 5-year contract. I can't guarantee you that the village 5 years now is going to be offering that. So I just want to say, but that is an exception. If you want to continue using them for leaves, you do not have to take the service. Obviously, if you cut your grass, then you're going to have to figure out a way to get rid of grass clippings. So that's the second exception. And then where the owner occupant elects to continue to use another waste hauler. So if you currently are using another waste hauler as of March 1st, when this program is supposed to go into effect, the ordinance allows you to continue to use them until your contract expires or until February 28th, 2027. So if you want to stick with that contractor for that period of time, let's say you're worried about the level of performance, you certainly can do that. We're not cutting anybody off right at the beginning of this, because many of you may have prepaid, you may like who you're using, so and you're not sure if you want to switch, that you can continue with your current waste hauler, but there's a time limit on that. So I just want to make sure that you understand that that's also an exception. So I think those are important exceptions to mention. The council action at the conclusion of this, like I said, is to consider the ordinance, and then they also will award the bid based on the pricing. So you may ask, who was the low bidder and who is being recommended? It is Priority Waste LLC. They're based in Clinton Township, Michigan. They currently do, I think the gentleman is here from Waste, but they do the vast, yeah, they do the vast majority of municipalities in southeast Michigan. If you followed any newspaper articles, there's been a consolidation in this industry. So there are far fewer contractors that do this type of work. So we felt fortunate that we were to get bids from Waste Management and from Priority. Priority is being recommended. So I'm open to answer any questions. The gentleman's here from Priority Waste. And yeah, sure.
I would also like to say too, that this is a la carte. I think Jeff said that, but I don't know that he specifically said, if you want recycling, you have to take the garbage too. So you have to sign up for the garbage. The other two things, the recycling and the yard waste, are a la carte. You don't have to take those services, but you have to have the garbage pickup in order to get those services, so.
And the other thing I'll mention, one of the things that they're also doing is annually from December 26th to January, I believe it's the January 15th, they are picking up Christmas trees, natural Christmas trees, obviously placed at the curb. So those will not be landfills, those will be picked up and shipped, which is obviously much more environmentally friendly. So they're doing that free of charge. That was one of the things that we put in the invitation to bid. That's an additional annual service that Priority's agreeable to doing for the village. So yes, we can.
Yeah, we should open up a public hearing though.
Yep.
So can I have a motion to go into the public hearing?
Can I just say your motion is to enter into public hearing to discuss the single waste hauler in the village of Armada? Somebody wants to make that?
So moved. Do I have to give you a time?
Yes.
Motion,
7:27.
motion by Starrett, seconded by Clark. Okay,
Now you gotta call roll.
there's a roll call, so go ahead.
Stirred?
Yes.
Sorry. Clark?
Yes.
Conan?
Yes,
Adair? Yes. Belkey?
Yes.
Barzik? Yes. Okay, now it's open to the public.
okay, so now we're open, are there any questions of the public? Yes.
Hi, Heather, Colonial Road, Village. Has Priority adequately addressed to the council regarding the issues that they encountered after they acquired all those contracts you mentioned about in the paper? You know, that many of us heard about the growing pains that they had because of that acquisition. And I do know of some people that were impacted as well as have had ongoing billing issues.
I've taken this question to Mr. Crotchy.
Okay.
Everybody, this is Chris Crotchy, our township supervisor, and I think between him and
That one's specifically for me, so. No. So in terms of the original issue, so when we acquired GFL, we acquired roughly about 75 contracts. We were supposed to receive 500 trucks. 20% of them came in working condition. So we had, the reason for the issues at the beginning was basically they didn't give us working trucks. So we were working overtime. We had mechanics working 24 hours, 3 shifts. We wound up getting that situated, and services have improved in the situation. Now, the ones that you're talking about, possibly they're continuing to have service issues.
Well, not just that, but billing issues.
Oh, billing issues, okay.
I moved a year and a half ago, and
Okay.
it took me up until, 2 months ago? To
Okay.
say I moved a year and a half ago. I no
Okay.
longer live there.
Yeah.
And so, and again,
Yeah.
I know you guys, it's a great bid and all
Yeah.
that, but these are legitimate concerns now
Yes.
coming here and now hearing that you would be expanding,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
adding more issues.
Where'd you move from?
Macomb.
Macomb, okay. So the difference that is gonna happen is I'm the single point of contact. So if there are any sort of billing issues, it comes directly to me and then I disperse them.
Because there was something mentioned, I believe, at one of the meetings regarding how the billing was
Yep.
gonna work and,
Yep.
and then hearing that, I'm like, okay, well, that's how it's supposed
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah,
But have you mitigated, I know you,
yes.
the the haulers have been, but as the billing department,
Yes.
you know.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So we have. So the thing that's going to work out is, first of all, there's no administrative billing fee, so you can either have it via auto pay, online, or via paper pay. Okay. So, and then the other thing that we're going to do is that since I'm going to be the single point of contact on our website, we actually have a spot where residents can go in and click on billing issue or service issues, whatever, and it gets sent in. It immediately gets sent to what we call a customer portal, and it's someone that's actually in Clinton Township. And it immediately gets taken care of, and actually you will get a text message or an email message when it's resolved with the resolution. So that's something that we did that you didn't have before with Macomb County, so we streamlined it. Because we grew so fast, so quickly, we said we need to streamline the issues. So that's actually something, and Armada will have an exclusive website. If you'd like to go that route, we'll have an exclusive website that you can use, and the link will be all over everywhere. And then also what we'll do is, if we're awarded the contract, we will send out a brochure to every single resident, and it will have all the contact information, it'll have all the schedule, so you will have your entire schedule for the year. And so it basically streamlines the entire thing, so it can be online, or whatever via phone.
Because that was an issue, having to just wait your turn.
And I get notified. I get notified when those things come in. So.
And then it was stated that we would not have to purchase a new bin if we already had a bin that was conducive to the hauler lifting it.
Yeah, so that's fine.
So,
you don't have to
okay.
purchase new bin. The only time you'd have to purchase something new is if you wanted an extra bin. So let's say, if you want an extra one,
We'll get a bin. Once we contract with you, you'll deliver us a bin.
If you're not a current resident, customer,
Or if you have a working bin and you just really don't feel like you want to get a new one, that's perfect.
Now, one of the things I like is make sure it's like this. They said that, if your bin was full, that you could put another, like a normal garbage can out there.
Another normal garbage can out there? No, you can't do that. Now, you can't do it. It has to be condensed in the bin, or at least on top of the lid. So
It's gotta be, you can't have a second thing out there.
You can't
have a bag,
The way we bid
extra
it
garbage out
was,
there.
the way this was bid, and I just want to clarify, because I don't want to put them in a pickle. The way we bid it was to get the most efficient way, which is everything has to fit in the bin.
Okay, it's gotta be in the bin. I thought you said you could have
Of the
a
month.
second one.
You can
So
rent
back up. So the way we bid this to get the best prices is to be the most efficient for the companies, which means it has to go in the bin. Because they pull up, lift it, and go.
Yep.
And that's why it's quick. But to make up for it the other way is if you have those bulk items, the first pickup of the month, you can put that extra stuff out there.
Okay.
The other side is we have a family of 2 to 4, depending on who's working, who's in college. Sometimes that bin isn't enough. Sometimes some families need two. What was very, very, very unique about Priority Waste is for a one-time fee of $125, they'll give you a bin. If you need another one, it's another $125. Your quarterly pickup fee doesn't change. So you can have, right out of the gate, you can spend $250. You have 3 bins, it's still only $48 a quarter.
Okay.
So there is that option.
But the first one is given to you.
First one's given to you, but if you want to add the extras, you purchase those, but they're still the same quarterly pickup price, where the other company went up astronomically. But so the whole idea of the efficiency for the companies to get the best prices, it fits in the bin. But what we tried to make it do is that first pickup of the month, if you have those extra items, then you can do that.
Okay.
Is there going to be a charge
Now,
for the recycle bin?
Paula, would you
Yes.
like to?
Yeah, just a quick question. You said it would start March 1st.
Yeah, it's the goal.
Okay. I pay quarterly, so I paid through the end of March.
Yeah.
What happens to my month that I paid already for March?
Do you have priority currently?
Yeah.
Okay, then March 1st, you'll have a lesser bill, so you'll wind up getting a
It
credit
won't be
for that. Yep.
prorated to whatever
Yep.
we paid.
If
That
you
was
have
my
waste
question.
management.
Yeah.
If you have waste management, you gotta let waste management know that you're gonna be going to priority, due to the ordinance. So they should be removing their stuff, and then what you will do is you actually call in, or you can email in, and then they'll let me know, and we can get you set up for
So
April
we would have to start
1st.
on March 1st if you approve for March 1st.
Well, what's the quarter? April 1st? would be
Yeah,
the
our quarter.
Yeah. So April 1st would be the start date then. So do you prorate your payment
Yeah,
for the quarter?
Yeah.
Okay, so then Waste Management is actually going to make you stay until
Right,
April 1st.
but then,
yeah.
so is there a way to notify you that April
Mhm.
1st is the date that I want you to start, or what?
Yeah, you just notify us. You can call in, send an email in, or you can send it in to the.
I've just paid Waste Management
Yeah.
through February. I'm figuring we'll take it off with you.
Yeah, yep, that's perfectly fine. I mean, whatever we want to do, we just need essentially a list. So I've already made our inside sales team aware that this is potentially going to happen. So we are fully prepared for this potentially to happen should it be approved. So we're already aware, our carts team is aware, everyone's aware that this could potentially happen. So they are fully prepared to make sure that everything goes as smoothly as we can.
So, just so, getting back to what you were talking about, so then, if it's the second week of the month and someone puts a bag of garbage next to the bin, it's not gonna get picked up, correct?
That's not part of what you do.
Okay.
You usually talk to your neighbor and say, I'm staying.
I think we have some
I kinda
other,
like that, yeah.
I think we have some other questions back here. Kathy?
I think Mr. Claire was going to ask if we're going to add recycling, will a bin be provided?
Yes.
Thank you.
Free of charge?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Go ahead.
Are you going to send information out prior to, or is it gonna come from the village? Or how does that work? We're gonna be going to Florida.
Yeah.
Till the end of February, so we'll probably wanna start, we've already canceled our other provider, because we're
Yeah.
gonna be gone. But we'll wanna start probably March 1st, March 15th, whenever we get back.
Yeah.
Do I have to line that up ahead of time, or?
I mean, you'd like to line up that. What we do is we send out what we call an educational brochure. So
Okay.
we'll get the addresses and everything from the tax assessor or whoever, and we'll actually mail out a brochure to every single resident.
Okay.
Please don't throw it away. A lot of people throw it away because it just says current resident. Because if we do names, then no one's. But you will get a brochure. It'll have all the contact information. It'll actually have the schedule of the pickup. And it'll have, if you do yard waste, it'll have your yard waste season on it. It'll have everything that you need for contact everything.
So those residents will be aware that there's a new, if it passes, there will be a new ordinance in the village for the hauler.
yeah,
Everybody
yes.
will know that.
That's what
Well,
this
we publish the
ordinance.
ordinances or the,
Publish
the
it
notice
where,
of
because I
adoption.
never see anything.
In the record, that's our paper of choice.
The who?
The record.
Record from Romeo.
And
Oh, wow.
we will also provide a digital version of the brochure for you to post.
Okay, I
And
can
it
put
will-
that on the website.
Yep.
Just depends on who looks at stuff.
Yeah,
we're
just
just
second
wanting
part of
to-
my question
Yeah.
was, can you cancel services in that period? And is this contract gonna be like for 3 years, where you have to sign a contract for 3 years?
It's 5 years.
5 years.
Yep. But the positive about it is you have annual escalators in it rather than just someone just saying, "Oh, okay, we're just going to do something." So everything is streamlined for you. Everything's already been negotiated. There are no negotiations that need to happen. Everything's just been negotiated ahead of time.
And then you just sign up for your 5 years?
Yep.
If you don't need it for 5 years, you still have to pay the 5-year contract?
Well, if you don't need it, then you can cancel.
You
Yeah.
can cancel.
Yeah.
Okay, because I had
So
trouble
you're
with
not
five-
obligated for 5 years.
No.
Okay.
If you move out, all that we ask is just to call in and say, "Hey, we're moving out, and we're sold it to this person, and that person takes it over."
Okay.
Donna, did you have a question?
I did, I have a couple of them. Could the village put something in with the water bills? Everybody looks at those when you send them out, just saying this has changed, and just, sometimes we've gotten things from the DPW or things like that and the water report, so we're kind of used to opening that envelope and seeing it. Maybe you could put an outline in
Because
there.
a lot of people don't get the record from Romeo. I
Right.
didn't even know it was in the record.
They have it here in the village office always.
No, a lot of people don't pick it up.
And you will get a mailer's off. You will get something directly in your mail.
I just thought.
I don't want to say that we can't, but I know the water quality report's going out with the next water bill, which is like pages.
What's
Yeah.
more
Pages.
important?
Well, even if it's just a little,
Well, the water
Quarter.
quality report is more important because it is a state law that we must do it.
right,
So-
but even if it's just a little quarter
Yeah.
page thing, a notice in there
Yeah.
saying that you're a single waste hauler now and where to get more information, then you
Yeah.
could say,
I agree, I think there
Yeah.
needs to be better communication from the village to the people out there, because we never see anything unless you're aware and come to the meetings. That's the only way I found out things. I think there needs to be better communication.
We can
With
put
a
a
Facebook page
report
or
on
something,
better
on
time,
something.
Channel 6.
Let's stick with this,
She had another question.
With
She had,
did
Yeah,
I
go ahead,
understand
Donna.
correctly that the township will still operate the transfer site as they have been, but only once a month?
That's correct.
Yes, that's
So I'll
correct.
give you my little, stand in my little soapbox here. So the
Okay.
problem is we collect a little over $300,000 in taxes from the residents.
Yes.
And that's from businesses, that's from Blake's, that's from gas company. That costs us $74,000 a year. It is a substantial amount of money.
Yes.
Secondly, we're the only one in Macomb County that still has that. I don't know if anyone in the tri-county area still has it. So the argument is to get rid of it or keep it. If we get rid of it, they will murder me on the front lawn of the township hall.
Yes, they
So
will.
the happy medium is to keep it for once a month and guarantee it for 5 years. And so
Okay.
we're gonna maintain it for once a month.
Okay, and the other question then, if I understood correctly what he was saying, there's an escalator clause already built into this for 5 years?
3% increase in year.
3%, that's what I wondered, was the
Yes.
amount.
Yep. And the other
3% a
company
year
was
for
fine.
5 years, okay, okay.
yeah, Dave.
Yeah, is there going to be a service charge for when someone cancels to pick up the old cart? I know Waste Management, if you cancel your service, charges you $75 to come and get their cart.
Oh my gosh.
Well, they charge me $75 to bring mine, you know,
That's
so
Okay.
they probably will, but they were cheaper.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah, but you get a free delivery of a new cart, which could cost upwards of $125.
but he's saying
so
if he cancels, you know, say he cancels his service, are you gonna charge him to pick up that bin?
Cancels priority service
Yeah.
or waste? Oh, no, we wouldn't do that, no.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Would there be a
Joe, go
cancellation
ahead.
fee though? Would you charge
Excuse
a
me.
cancellation fee?
Joe, go ahead, you're good.
Are all of your trucks cambered for pickup verification?
Yep,
I
we
like
have
that.
6 cameras, 2 on the front, 2 on the back, 1 in the, what we call the hopper, and then 1 in the cab.
I
David
think
told me
some-
about that, they're very happy to have that.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Kathy?
Will at one time there was a truck that came through that automatically lifted the bins and tipped them?
Yes.
Okay, so if my bin doesn't have the little bar on there, it went in the dump one, it went in the trash one week, so they can't pick that, they have to manually pick it up.
Well, you'll have a new,
They're gonna bring you a new
cart,
one.
which will
They're
have,
gonna bring me a new one.
Yep.
yes, which will have that
Even though I'm
ability.
already a priority person, I'm gonna
Do you
get
have a
it.
priority cart?
Yeah. But it doesn't have the bar on the front, the pole that allows them to put it on there and lift it
There's no
up?
pole, it actually goes in the sides.
Okay.
There's a thing in the sides that comes up.
Okay, good. And also, I'd like to just say, they are the friendliest trash pickup people.
Oh.
And so courteous.
Unfortunately, I never talked to her, so she can't say that about me.
Well, you might be too, and I've had no problems with billing, so.
Dave?
Yes, well, I want to commend the council for obtaining such a good bid. I was on the committee 3 or 4 years ago when we were looking at single hauler. And it was, once again, it was going to be village and township. For some unknown reason, the previous supervisor pulled the village out. So, well, I lost interest in because I live in the village. But the bids came in very high because of the economics of density of the township. And so the bids came in over $200 a quarter. That was more than a lot of the residents were paying at the time. So they had passed the ordinance, so then they had to go back and repeal the ordinance. But I don't know why they ever took the village
We
out.
never passed the ordinance on that.
Not the village, but
But
the township did.
just so you know, the township has really spearheaded this, and really under the leadership of Supervisor Crouchy.
Great job.
We, you know, and our people have participated too, but the driving force is standing right back there. Yep, don't be turning around.
I have a question regarding,
Yeah, wait till I call on you, Marcia.
I feel like I've met her before, but
Marcia.
Are the priority lids supposed to be down when after they dump the trash? I've seen it, and they just leave it up. The weather can get into it, it blows over. There's no requirement that they just take their hand and close it.
well, if it's automatic side load, which is called ASL, which I believe is what you guys currently have, the arm comes up and pops it down. We can just kind of hope that
If it's a person doing it though.
If there's a person doing it, yes, it has to be closed.
It has to be
Yes,
closed.
if there's a person doing it.
So
it
if I
has to be
take a
closed.
picture of someone who doesn't do that and send it to you, you will address that issue?
Oh, immediately.
Okay, Dean, go ahead.
Right.
Brian,
I still have more questions.
Sorry.
I wasn't done.
I've already called.
No, he should.
Oh, you're not done
No,
yet, Marcia?
I
Oh,
wasn't
go
done.
ahead.
Okay, I have another question.
Oh, geez, she's flipping her notes. Oh, yeah.
Does the company meet or exceed the Department of Environmental, Great Lakes, and Energy Eagle guidelines?
Yes, we do.
You exceed them though?
We meet them and exceed them, yes.
Okay. Second, who bears responsibility for property damage?
We bear responsibility if it is our issue that we've done, which is why we also have the cameras, 6 cameras on it, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, 1 in the hopper, and then 1 in the cab.
Are carts repaired and replaced by the haul?
Yes, if they're damaged by us, which is again why we have the camera system.
What percentage of recyclables are actually recycled versus landfilled?
That one's a hard, and the only reason I'm gonna say that one's a hard one is because it all depends on the contaminations of everybody. So if it's not contaminated, everything is recycled. If there is contaminations from your neighbors, then it cannot be recycled because that would be environmentally unconscious of us to try to recycle trash.
Are missed pickup days guaranteed to be corrected within 24 hours?
Yes, and I can tell you part of the reason why that is, and I will say this because it's gonna come up anyways, I'm sure. Pickup days, just so you know, will be Thursdays and Fridays. Village currently is Thursdays, I already know that, that will not change. Townships is gonna be Thursday or Friday, which is why we're gonna send a mailer out with a brochure. It is going to have a map on it with lines saying that you're a Friday pickup or a Thursday pickup. The advantage of that is we are constantly in the area that we can get stuff done.
Are holidays clearly defined and published so we know?
Yes, they are published actually on the calendar that will be sent out.
Okay.
Marcia, there's 6, in the bid and in the contract, there's 6 designated holidays.
Okay.
So that, if your collection day is a holiday, priority will pick up that following day. So in the village, if it's Thursday, if that was Christmas, then the day after the 26th, that Friday would be your pickup day.
And that's why we provide a calendar which will literally show it to you. Red is marked a holiday.
Okay. Are there veteran, seniors, or low-income discounts?
No, not according to the RFP.
Thank you.
Now, Brian.
Brian.
Go ahead, Brian.
Quick question, will we have human pickup or that arm?
You will have actually a little bit of both. So we're going to have rear load and what we call ASL, automatic side load. So you actually have a little bit of both.
That's all.
Will the village now have 3 trucks coming around from Priority, 1 for mixed, 1 for recycling, and 1 for yard waste?
Yes, that's actually what will happen because we have to do that so we don't mix anything. Because if we do 1 truck for trash and for recycle, then nothing gets recycled.
So it won't do much as far as truck traffic for the village?
Oh, it will, because
And
it's
that-
coming one day, only coming 1 day a week.
3 trucks.
But 3 trucks?
Yeah, but
It's the-
I'm assuming now people.
Yeah, we already sent 2 trucks.
You already
to the
sent
village.
multiple trucks. People
You already
recycle.
sent 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, we already sent 2 trucks to the village for trash and recycling, so we're
Okay.
adding 1 more truck.
I haven't
So-
seen the recycling truck on our,
And all the others will be eliminated.
yeah.
Go ahead.
understand.
Does the brochure outline what is recyclable and what is not?
Yep,
So that
yep,
we don't have that contamination?
yep. We specifically actually supply its own page to show what's recyclable and what's not.
Will you have a special bin for recycling?
Yes, you will have a separate recycling bin.
Okay, I've never recycled before because we haven't had it, so.
That's if you opt into it. If you don't.
If you don't, you just throw it in your trash like
Yep.
you've been doing, okay.
Then you can recycle, don't have it all.
Okay, do we have any other
I do.
questions?
Did you call on me?
Well, I had two hands up, but of course I
I'm just
called on
being
you, Kathy.
Has the township already voted on this?
Wednesday.
This coming Wednesday?
Yes.
So if the village votes on it and the township doesn't, where's it put us?
I don't see that happening.
Okay. That's number one, and then number two, you said how much is the cost to have the waste treatment out there?
The transfer, it's about $74,000 a year. The new price will be, it'll be $37,080 the
That's
first year.
considerable.
So it's cut in half.
And is the township, I'm sorry to address the township,
No,
but is the
please.
township looking at phasing that out altogether then?
It's been talked about getting rid of it for years. Like I said, we're the only community that I can think of that have heard of that does it. But we're guaranteeing it for 5 more years. After that, you gotta ask the next guy.
Oh, you're not gonna be there in 5 years?
Well, that's bad news.
Okay, I think I have another question.
I'm all set.
Are you covered,
Yes.
Kathy? Okay, did you have a,
I had a question, Dave.
yeah,
My concern was, and I don't care which company, it makes no difference to me, but I heard a lot of negative about the priority, and especially within Clinton Township. So I contacted them, an individual who was very careful on what they were telling me, very veiled, that they couldn't say a lot. But they sent me a bunch of articles from the Macomb Daily and copies of Clinton Township's board meeting addressing all of the problems with the reliability of the pickups. And I printed those up. Michelle had them so that they could be entered into the record. But these problems related to the fact that you had taken on from when GFL went belly up and was over, where you were overwhelmed it. But apparently from the sounds of speaking to this individual and from what I read, you know, are these problems really resolved? I wasn't left with a warm fuzzy when I was talking to her as to whether or not these collection problems have been resolved yet. So I think we got to make sure, and a lot of these communities that are listed in there are Oakland County, Bloomfield Hills, and Pontiac, so it wasn't just Macomb County or Clinton Township problem.
would you like to,
Yeah.
you kind of spoke on it before,
Yeah.
that what you took over from GFL, like
Yeah.
20% were working.
Yeah. So first off, you're talking about like Clinton Township. That's not the same yard that would be servicing Armada. So you're talking about different yard, different GM, different drivers. So that's number one. Number two is like with Clinton Township. I know one of the articles said that I believe that they were fining us or something along those lines. Those have been redacted. They are no longer fining us for any of those things because our services have improved. Waterford renewed with us. Pontiac has signed us up. We've had a lot of renewals in the area because our services have improved quite substantially.
Any other questions? Well then, can I have a motion to go out of the public hearing?
I'll make them, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll make the motion.
Motion to go out of the
Go ahead.
public hearing at 7:53.
Yeah.
To exit public hearing at what time?
7:53. I didn't know how you wanted to do this.
7:53?
7:53.
No, not for this. Who's second? Who's second?
Okay, all in favor of the
I
motion?
do too. Yeah.
Aye. Opposed? Motion's approved. So,
There's two motions.
yeah. So, yeah, I got it right here.
Someone
So
would
we-
do the first one.
We got two motions here. Commissioners, I need someone to make a motion.
I'll resolve to adopt ordinance adding Title 11, Chapter 1 11 to the Village Code of Ordinance for the purpose of establishing and implementing a program for the curbside collection and disposal of mixed waste, bulk items, recyclables, and yard waste, lawn debris generated by single-family generation sites by a single waste hauler.
Support by Elke.
We don't have to.
Okay, we don't have to do a roll call, so all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion's approved. Now we have a second motion.
Then I would make a motion to award, excuse me, the bid for provision of a single waste hauler collection and disposal services to Priority Waste Limited Liability Corporation at the unit prices bid on its official bid form for scope of services A, B, C, D, F, and G. No E in there? Guess not. Subject to approval of a waste collection and disposal contract by the Township of Armada, Village of Armada, and Priority Waste LLC.
Support.
Elke and Clark. All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor.
Moving on here. They know. So we got our MML membership dues. You want to take that, Michelle?
Can I get to it?
This PA 152 first?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. We got item C, consider compliance with PA 152.
Okay, we have to do this every year. This is for the employees' insurance. They pay 20%, the village pays 80%, and we have to have this motion every year.
Motion to comply with Public Act 152 of 2011 by continuing the 80-20 option for the village's contribution to the cost of employee health insurance effective beginning February 1, 2024.
Support.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Motion's approved. Okay, now we can move to the MML membership dues.
So we do this every year. You can see by the bill that it also includes the legal fund, which we have used. I suggest strongly that we continue using this. So this is just our annual renewal.
Well, the MMLs, as you all, most of you know, has been very good.
Blessing.
They've been a blessing for us. Could I get a motion here, please?
Yeah, it's only gone up $48 from last
You
year.
want the full amount, right?
Well, 1581.
You left it open, I just wasn't sure what you
Yeah,
wanted.
well, it's because you guys can decide not to go with
Understand.
the legal fund. So.
I'm fine with it. Does anybody have any objection to that part?
Just make your motion.
Resolved to approve the 2026 membership renewal with the Michigan Municipal League for the period of February 1st, 2026 through January 31st, 2027 in the amount of $1,581.
Support.
We can do a roll on this.
Yeah.
Stirrett?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Conan?
Yes.
Adair? Yes. Belkey?
Yes.
Garzik? Yes.
So, as you know, that motion's approved. As you know, Becky's gonna be backing off a little bit. She's still gonna work, but she wants to do less hours, and we're gonna be hiring a new part-time administrative assistant. We need to resolve what the starting pay should be. I agree with Michelle's recommendation of $18 an hour.
I will say I put it on Indeed and I got 97.
Good luck.
And I
Are
went
they
through.
good ones though?
Huh?
Are they good?
Oh, not all of them. So I got it narrowed down to like the first round of 12.
Okay.
And then we'll see, we'll start making phone calls. I just didn't wanna do it until I knew what the pay was gonna be.
Yeah, so can I get a motion here?
I'll make a motion to approve the base hourly pay for the part-time administrative assistant at $18 per hour. Is that what you want?
Yep, thank you.
Support?
Roll call, please.
Stirrit,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Padar,
Yes.
Delphine,
Yes.
Barzik. Yes. Conan.
Yes? Okay, next. That motion's approved. And moving on to item G, the public drinking fountain for the trail. Ross, you wanna take that?
Yeah, so I'm not gonna go through everything that I did at the last meeting. Last meeting, I talked a bit about this as a preparatory means to find out what the issues might be with commissioners, trustees, commissioners, or the public. I did get some comments from Michelle. I got one from somebody that was in the audience, and then since then I've gotten a few more from Trustee Sterrett. I think I've answered all of those questions. Just a quick recap. About 3/4 of a year ago, I was approached by the Macomb County Department of Transportation regarding the village's willingness to install, village's willingness to host a public drinking water fountain in the village. This is a item that would be purchased and installed totally at the cost of the county, being covered by a benefactor that lives in the surrounding communities, one of the surrounding communities. The issue for the village is providing water. So the gentleman that I worked with from the county and I worked through all of the issues, looked at what the potential problems were. And essentially, we've solved all the technical issues of where it gets hooked up and how it gets hooked up, and is it metered, is it not metered, and the costs of the location. In fact, Council, you can't really see it well, but I did attach a copy on the back of my write-up here of what the fountain would look like, and the one that I got from the county was bright orange. So I don't know if we want bright orange or not, but it works with the Tigers, Armada Tigers.
Yeah, there you go.
In any case, as I say, the principal issue is somebody has to provide water for it, and under village ordinance, that has to be paid for. The asked about the county paying for it, and there's administrative reasons why they do not want to pay for it. We have a couple other communities up and down the trail that also have drinking water fountains, and those communities cover the cost of the water. I don't know whether they're paying for it or they just give it out for free. In any case, the fountain's going to be there throughout the year, but likely 2 of the quarters of the year, the fountain's not going to be used. It's going to be shut down and winterized so that the thing doesn't freeze. In any case, village ordinance says that if you're connected to a water system, there's a minimum base rate of, today it's approximately, I had it written down, I don't know where I did do it. About 75.24, thank you. Minimum base rate for 0 to 5,000 gallons. I don't believe that the fountain's going to get used beyond its 5,000 gallon limit. It's a possibility, I guess. We don't believe that. The only way we'll really know is to install it with its meter and then check it.
Can I just clarify? The $75 is the minimum use charge.
That's a minimum use charge.
So it means not one drop of water goes through the meter. If one drop of water goes through the meter,
If you are connected to a water line in the village and it's an active line, whether it's winterized and shut down or not,
You get a minimum bill.
you're still going to get a minimum
right.
bill.
But if any water is used in the water fountain, it won't be a minimum bill.
Up through, yes,
No.
up through 5,000 gallons.
No.
Yes.
According to Becky today, who calculates the bills,
I,
she says if one drop gets used, then the charges go, and then sewer gets
there's a
added.
minimum base rate from 0 to
For
5.
water.
For
only,
water.
Not sewer.
Not sewer, it's not connected to sewer, there's no.
Nobody, well,
But once it's used, then the sewer rate
the
gets
sewer rate
added.
comes.
We provide sewer services to some facilities outside of the village, they're not paying a water charge. And we provide water only to some places that have septic, so they're not paying a sewer charge. So, unless there's something that I'm not seeing.
Well,
Now,
that was
I-
our discussion today, was she said if one drop of water gets used, it will not be a $75 charge.
Well,
Unless council decides, I think, to just only charge the water and not the sewer.
But if
You
any
know.
water gets used, if any water passes through it, it will be more than the $75.
well,
The
that-
$75 is if you've had your water shut off and you're not using any water. You've had it shut off because you left or you're gone to Florida for the winter. But if you use any, that starts to calculate the charge. The other issue is the way your motion is written. If there is more than the
I've added a
300.
minimum CPI rate, so, if you have concerns, then I'm willing to table this to look at them. That's the reason why I asked at the last meeting for people to let me know before the meeting if you had an issue.
Well,
So,
that's why.
I've been
I'm saying
available
we
all
need
day
to
long
reword
at
it.
the telephone for you to talk
We
to me
need to
about.
Ross.
reword it to, if it's going to be in excess of that amount, who's paying the bill? And the other, just so council understands too, water, we have to charge for the water because we don't give any water away to anybody.
Yes, we've explained
And we
that.
cannot charge it through the water department.
Has to be
Yes.
general
It
fund.
has
It's
to
gonna
be
be-
general fund.
Yeah,
Yes.
Michelle and I talked on Friday, and yes, I was as the water commissioner, willing to pay for that, but Michelle has talked, or you
Right,
have
we can't.
talked to
Right.
I talked
our
to
Legal
Curtis.
says we can't.
accountant,
Right.
and he's indicated that the water department can't pay it as a proprietary
Gotta be
fund.
through the
It
general
has to go
fund.
through general.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Ross, if you'd like to make a motion tonight, or if you want to table that to the next meeting, it's up to you.
Make it. I just want to say that I did talk to Attorney Bohorsky, I talked to our auditor, like I said at the last meeting, just to make sure all the legalities are in place. And that's how I found out that it had to be paid out of the general fund. So we did clear all that up,
Yeah.
so there's no legal reason that we can't.
That's all fine?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeff, I think when we had talked, it was just your concern that somebody had to pay for it. Pay for the
Well,
Well, yeah, they have to.
Curtis says it every year at the
Yeah.
budget presentation.
Nobody gets free water.
Well, it's a proprietary fund, meaning we have to operate the water and sewer fund as a
As a
business.
business, yeah.
Therefore, you can't ask the taxpayer, if it's run by a business, you can't ask the taxpayers to subsidize it. So there's no free water, that's the bottom line. I would suggest, if the $310 is not accurate, you may just want, I think fundamentally, what you're really asking council, are you comfortable paying for the water usage?
Right.
Whatever the amount is, that's the fundamental thing, yes or no. I don't think delaying it over whether it's $337 or $300.
Right, who's gonna pay the 27,
Who's gonna pay
right.
the water?
Right.
That's basically what the ask is.
If you'd like to make your motion, make it, or
Reconfiguring over there.
Jeff's usually good at
I don't like you typing so much.
No.
Did
you ask him to change
I don't
it?
want, because I don't want,
Yeah.
this has been a year's worth of discussion on this with the township, with the county.
Russ,
In any case, I would just,
I would just take out add a
Yeah.
cost not to exceed $310.
that's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So it's pulling.
again,
That's
I
a
believe the
$2,000
benefits of providing this
Right.
public amenity, far outweigh any of the potential issues. I thought I had answered all of the potential issues that I was made aware of. by anybody. I do want to say that the county's reaffirmed that if anything breaks on it, it's theirs to fix. The only potential issue that I could see if there's a water line rupture up to the fountain, but not including the fountain.
Yeah,
I mean,
what's
our
Let's hope that's
responsibility-
before the meter, because
Our
if it goes through the
responsibility
meter.
is to before the meter,
Yeah.
so, okay. It gets a little complicated, but, all right, I'm gonna make a motion then that the village water commissioner complete work with Macomb County to install a drinking water fountain on the Macomb Orchard Trail and to cover the yearly water cost. If this is approved by council, then it is my intent to approach the Armada Township Board and request they cover whatever the other half is of the bill.
Okay, Han, you just changed that whole motion.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
What did you do, man?
Well, that's.
Take out what
we
Jeff
just-
said to take out.
We took that out.
Everything in to cover the yearly cost, water.
Water commissioner will then.
Did you write it
approach-
down?
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
just said if
just give me your
approved.
sheet.
If
I'll
approved.
support that.
Well, it's the same concept.
So you're saying if approved, we don't know yet, and we're voting?
Well, what I'm saying here is, if this organization, if the council does not approve it, I can go to the township. The Department of Transportation has called and talked to both Supervisor Prachi and President Cohen. They both simply said, put it to a vote of the board, right? So I could go to them and see if they would cover the entire cost. They do pay a maintenance fee. The village doesn't pay any maintenance fee for the trail. So I would have to see, I want to see what the council's going to do before I approach the township board. But I've already talked to them a bit about it.
Do we have a motion on the floor?
Right, we do.
Yes.
And a second.
So,
Okay, and we got the second.
Yes.
That was the question.
Okay. We ready to vote?
You gonna roll or you
Wait,
gonna?
no, we want a roll call.
We gotta pass.
Belkey,
yes.
Clark,
Yeah.
Adair,
No.
Stirrat,
Yes.
Barzak. Yes. Hold on. Conan.
Yes. Okay, motion's approved. Okay. Moving on. We have no closed session tonight. There's some upcoming agenda items we want to put on as of right now. Or you want to wait to contact
It would
us?
be the, we're going to bring forward the.
I'm not gonna be at the next meeting, so you're going to bring it.
I'll bring forward the job announcement.
So that's on the agenda?
What's that?
We bring the DPW supervisor.
Okay. Any other items, council? Okay. Are there any citizen comments?
Yes, I'm glad that you guys approved the water drinking fountain. Thank you.
Thank you. Yep, go ahead.
I'm also glad you approved the water fountain. Just one correction, and I don't know if it's a correction, I don't care what color it is. But they were gonna say it was gonna be red because there's a whole theme going there with the caboose, and then there's a bake fits at place, and there's a bunch of red stuff. So to
bike
go along
repair
with that theme,
station's
they were
also
gonna go
red.
with the red
Oh.
for the railroad.
Well, thanks for telling us, because
Yeah.
I wondered why it was red. It's been all over the paper. Why is it red, not orange?
And I'm sorry, what is your name?
Eric Budrius, I am the benefactor.
He's at last week.
I know, but I don't know his name.
Okay, any others? Yeah, Donna.
I also am glad you approved the fountain for the trail. That's a great service for the village to
think
have
it's a
and for
great
people
amendment.
all over. But also,
Hopefully it'll
it,
promote people coming into the village. Okay.
just one,
Water on
I
the
wanted to
bill.
say too, it sounds like the code enforcement officer has been busy. And if it has to do with clearing snow, we have noticed a big difference in the village, and it's a very welcome difference. It makes it safer for all of us to walk.
See?
You go.
Where is Kevin Grant?
Yeah, but I didn't mean to. Okay, any other citizen comments? Okay, moving on then, council comments? Okay. Community events. What do we got coming up here?
Winter.
Winter, okay. So, in that case, I would entertain a motion.
I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 8:14.
Support.
Motion by Stairs.
Seconded by
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.